All right, let's jump right into today's explainer. We're going to unpack the modern clash between artificial intelligence and human artists. I mean, we're seeing headlines everywhere about technology taking over, but what's the actual truth behind human originality? Let's find out. So, is AI the actual end of artists, or is there any place left for genuine human creativity? This is the high stakes anxiety completely gripping the creative world right now. And to really understand why people are so terrified, we need to take a hard look at what AI is actually accomplishing today. Section 1. The AI art invasion. Mimicking the masters in seconds. I mean, AI's capabilities have just totally exploded, right? We're not talking about basic clip art anymore. We're talking about algorithms generating gorgeous images that are literally indistinguishable from Studio Ghibli or Disney Pixar. We're seeing AI perfectly recreate the iconic singing voice of legends like Mohammed Rafi for brand new songs. It's writing full film screenplays and generating spicy, masala-style movie dialogues faster than you could even type a prompt. When you see that, it is completely understandable why human creators are feeling so incredibly threatened right now. Which leads us to Section 2. Is any idea truly original? Deconstructing human creativity. You know, what's really fascinating here is a concept from Mark Twain. He argued that there's actually no such thing as a completely new idea. Our minds are just like mental kaleidoscopes, shaking up old ideas to form new combinations. And he wasn't alone in this. The philosopher Jiddu Krishnamurti talked constantly about how our brains are conditioned from childhood. Basically, our thoughts, our inspirations, they're all largely built on what we've already absorbed from the world. And this sets up a brilliant parallel between how a human student learns and how an AI actually operates. When a person goes to film or art school, what are they doing? They study Van Gogh, they analyze Scorsese and Satyajit Ray, they read Tagore and Shakespeare. They are essentially downloading data into their brains. When AI is trained, it does the exact same thing. It processes visual data sets, analyzes scripts, scans literature. It's just recognizing patterns and learning styles, just like an art student does. But that brings up this totally wild double standard. The celebrated Indian art house filmmaker Mani Kaul openly admitted his work was deeply inspired by Robert Bresson's film Pickpocket. Now, when a human artist does this, we applaud it, right? We call it profound inspiration. We love hearing about a director's subconscious influences. But the second an AI generates an image in a specific style, critics suddenly label it an insult to life or just mere imitation. Section 3. The rise of factory films. When art becomes an assembly line. Because honestly, if you look closely, mainstream entertainment has been functioning like a literal factory for decades. AI might not be ruining art, it's really just exposing how unoriginal commercial cinema already is. There's a staggering list of copied films out there. You have Bollywood hits like Lal Singh Chadha, which is just an official remake of Forrest Gump, Ghazni, heavily lifting from Memento, and Doom 3 blending The Prestige and The Dark Knight. And it's the exact same in Hollywood. Production houses are run by MBAs who just want standardized, risk-free recipes for sequels. They're treating movies exactly like, well, the way McDonald's treats a burger. And this is exactly where AI just destroys the competition. If your art is nothing but a repetitive formula, AI is going to do it better and way faster. For example, someone prompted ChatGPT to write a spicy masala-style one-liner for a Salman Khan action movie, and it instantly generated, "In my dictionary, mercy is the name of the hospital." I mean, that is perfectly optimized for the genre. AI can easily optimize these monotonous factory film tropes because, at the end of the day, it's just analyzing plot twists and audience parameters. But let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger historical picture. AI is really just the latest in a very long continuum of technology replacing mechanical, repetitive labor. In the 1800s, industrial machines replaced hand-loom weavers. In the 1900s, the camera replaced the sketch artist. In the 80s, computers completely replaced armies of accountants. Now, here in the 2020s, AI is threatening storyboard artists and editors who do the repetitive, heavy lifting of assembling those factory films. So we really need to understand a massive paradigm shift happening right now. The real battle isn't actually AI versus humans. No, the actual struggle is between profit-driven corporations and individual artists. From a purely capitalist perspective, a corporation's only goal is to maximize profits. They will absolutely always replace a cog in their machine, whether that's a human intern doing repetitive editing or a customer service rep, with a cheaper, faster automated tool. Section 4. The human edge, personal experience. What AI absolutely cannot replicate.
Let's actually define what that means. Personal experience is that uniquely human capacity to immerse, feel, and reflect upon life events. It's using your own empathy at a specific worldview to fuel authentic creation. This is exactly the wall AI hits. An algorithm can capture massive amounts of data. It can process information in milliseconds, but it cannot live. It cannot feel the heavy weight of an emotion or experience the messy reality of human existence.
Consider a really powerful real-world example. Filmmaker Anurag Kashyap channeled his own profound personal struggles, like going through a period where he couldn't see his daughter for a year, into the animated film Return of Hanuman. He poured his unfiltered, dark view world directly into films like Dev D. Independent voices that are driven by deeply personal, raw emotional experiences face absolutely no threat from AI. Why? Because you just can't write code to replicate the chaotic, authentic human soul.
And hey, let's be totally clear. Authentic artists still pull from what came before them. Quentin Tarantino proudly admits that you can spot Sergio Leone all over his work. He was massively influenced by Leone's operatic directing style. But the difference is, unique creators don't just copy and paste. They take that inspiration to liberate themselves and build a style that becomes entirely their own. Section 5. AI as a creative tool, empowering the solo artist. Consider this philosophy from the poster boy of American independent cinema, Jim Jarmusch. He advises artists to just absorb everything: old movies, books, random conversations, trees, clouds. He says to steal only the elements that speak directly to your soul. If you do that, your work will be authentic. And that's the secret sauce. Authenticity comes from absorbing the physical, tangible world. AI cannot walk through a park and feel the rain on its face. Only you can do that. So if your core authenticity is secure, AI suddenly flips from being a threat to being an absolute superpower. Look at what individual artists can do right now. You can independently illustrate an entire children's book if you don't have the funds to hire a team. You can rapidly scan the public domain for short film stories, skipping hours of tedious searching. You can literally solo animate entire films without needing a massive studio budget. AI completely lowers the barrier to entry. It acts like a supercharged calculator, allowing a solo, enterprising artist to finally compete directly with massive, wealthy corporations. Which brings us to our final and, honestly, most important question of this explainer. Will you let AI replace you, or will you use it to amplify your authentic voice? The mechanical, copy-paste jobs of the corporate art factories, yeah, those might be disappearing. But the need for genuine, authentic human expression, that is more valuable than ever before. Take control of these new tools, feed them your unique life experiences, and create something the world has literally never seen. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.